think
Spicka Span Show.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what the camera looks like.
Not bad.
Ah, not bad, right?
Yeah. For
Yeah. It was late.
little
Everything was running late here.
A
little crooked, a little barren over there on your side. We could squeeze everything over to the left a little bit. Looks good. Thanks, Doc. I feel like, Doc, you always say that everything looks pretty good. I think it looks about as good as to be expected at this point in time right now in our lives and our careers. Everything's falling apart. My house is falling apart. My body's falling apart. You know, so we're running on fumes here today. I got home yesterday and hit the ground. Why does everybody say we gotta switch sides? It's been that long, huh? Does it still bug you?
No, not really.
Not anymore, right?
Yeah.
I like that you wore a white shirt today, also.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about the shoulder. We're gonna talk about the future of paintball. I think the future of paintball is here. It's I don't think it's in jeopardy, but I think it's here. We're gonna talk a little bit about the event. A little bit. I think we're gonna talk pretty much all about the event.
Yeah.
Because I don't know exactly what else is going on aside from the fact that I've got a spick and span bunker blown up. You want to look out the backyard real quick?
Oh, you do?
I wanted to bring it up here, but it's like. It's wet. It just stays wet because it kind of falls over. See it over there in the corner?
Oh, yeah. You're going to bring it up here?
I was going to. I wanted it to be in the background, but then I would have had to like...
How'd you get it blown up?
I've got a leaf blower. I called Fran. Actually, Fran came over here and blew that bunker up for me. Yeah. So, first of all, we broke down the bunkers. Thank you. Actually, Thank you, Junior Brown from BFPGear.com. We're going to give BFP Gear here a nice little shout out up on the corner here. Because Kyle and I were over there like playing cat and mouse. The bunkers were filthy. We got 4 of them, so shout out to the NXL. Thank you very much for hooking it up there on accident. And, you know, we were like, all right, what are we supposed to do? And Junior was like, look, if you guys want to get out of here now, you got to deflate your own bunker, do everything. Otherwise, you got to wait and pick it up at registration. I was like, I don't know. I don't want to hang out here that long. Yeah. It's already 6 p.m. So I started kind of like had the bunkers unplugged. And I was kind of just barely pushing on it. You were pushing on yours over there, but we didn't want to get dirty. And there was Junior. He's like basically he's making love to his.
Dude, and did ours for us.
He was laying on it flat, starfishing. These things are
Speaking of, here you go.
What this was okay.
I told you I was going to bring it home. I said I could at least do that for you. Did you do that?
Whoever got their bunkers that didn't have a plug, we have it because I ran back and grabbed another plug.
Oh.
Well, because I didn't know.
I said I'm going to take this one. I'm going to bring it home.
So, as I would say, I guess not everybody. I guess I can't say everybody knows this because only 50% of the people in the room. So if you're ever deflating something with a whole air mattress, bunker, any of that stuff, you want the airflow hole to be on the outside. So when you're rolling it up, it doesn't just suffocate itself. Because otherwise, you won't be able to get all the air out. So Kyle had folded his up and it was like, again, like just kind of touch and go because you don't want to get too dirty.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of air pockets in it. And you go, I thought you said that this thing was rolled up in it. Fran, I got another plug for you. Anyway, so whoever wins the bunker that's sitting outside, we're going to pack it up for you. It's clean.
Alex sent me this photo.
Oh, that's great. Send that to the. Can you airdrop that here?
Yeah.
Because I can't airdrop anything from my phone. I had to email the picture to myself. I don't know why it doesn't
airdrop. Oh, this is
airdrop.
trying to go to your phone.
But you know what's weird? No, it's going right here. Accept. Boom. Save downloads. So this is really strange also, and I guess I'll share all of my experiences here. Because I had to bring the bunker home, and I basically packed it with my bag in an extra box that I had, which was not very easy to do with my shoulder because I couldn't really carry it.
Yeah.
By the way, there's 2 packages down there I need you to carry in the back for me when we're done here today.
Okay.
So that means I had a 4th bag, so I carried a bag on. Right? So deflated the thing, wrapped it in a trash bag, got it home. And I'm not used to carrying a backpack and a carry-on. Usually it's just like one item that I carry on the plane. So we land in Miami. It was early flight. Land in Miami.
You flew to Miami?
So Tampa to Miami here, right? 7 a.m. flight. Had to leave the hotel at 4:30. Cassidy and I are now getting on our Miami to San Diego flight, which is an hour connection. And I'm walking on the plane. I'm like, I feel like I'm missing something. I had left my
bunker
carry-on bag in the other airplane.
Oh no.
Yeah. And all the time, the whole time, I'm like, dude, Cassie, is your phone working? I couldn't get any. Couldn't log on to Wi-Fi. Couldn't log on to anything.
Yeah.
My phone had randomly also been logged out of all iCloud devices. Green text messages. That's all I got. And nothing was coming in. And I just randomly, as I was standing, like, you know, right before you get to first class, right when you get to the cockpit, I go, dude, I left my bag on the other plane. And this lady goes, one of the flight attendants, she goes, Greenspan? I said, yeah. She goes, we've been paging you the whole time. We've been calling you and paging you. I go, my phone hasn't been working. And I swear I was just sitting out there for the last 20 minutes. I go, Cassie, did you hear my name? He goes, no one said anything about Ryan Greenspan. Huh. She's like, yeah, we have your bag. It's going to be in Lost and Found, or it's on the other plane. I go, no, I'm on the plane.
Yeah.
I go, what should I do? And she goes, well, do you want your bag? I go, I have to have my bag. Yeah. And then there's 25 minutes before the flight takes off. And I go, yeah, I need my bag. She goes,
let you go off?
She goes, well, it'll be in Lost and Found. And I go, Lost and Found in San Diego or Miami? She goes, Miami. I go, are you messing with me? We're in Miami. What do you mean it's gonna be in Lost and Found? Like, my flight's leaving. Where's Lost and Found? She goes, outside of security. And I go, there's no way I'm gonna go. She goes, well, if you want your bag, you're gonna have to miss your flight. Or maybe it's still at the gate. And I'm like, what should I do? I'm on the plane already. So she goes, all right, well, get off I'll check you off the plane and you can go look for your bag. And I ran to my other gate and I sprinted over there. It was luckily really close. As I come up, the lady looks at me and goes, Greenspan? I said, yeah. She walks down the jet bridge, comes back with my bag.
Dang.
Yeah, and then I sprinted back on, got on the thing. But the lady's like...
There was what, clothes and stuff in there? Or is that the one that, like, laptop and stuff?
It was my extra screen, all my clothes. There's some cash in there. There's like all my credit cards, like all the extra credit cards that I don't ever use. I'm not trying to tell everybody what's in my bag, but like a nice little note, like a birthday card from Sloan. There's like sentimental stuff.
Yeah.
And it's that Patagonia bag, which is by far the best birthday present I've ever gotten in my life, or Christmas or whatever it was.
Yeah.
My favorite bag of all time, aside from all the Pro DNA bags that I get. This is the best outside of paintball bag I've ever gotten. But anyway, that was like the situation, and it was all because we care about you guys, and we brought the bunker back by hand. Oh, and then I didn't know Kyle Berry was still there because we had 2 bunkers to bring back, and I was like, Kyle Berry must have left. So I literally packed it. Joel Hayward helped me like wrap the whole thing, and I got it as small as possible. I'm like, cool, I got this. Made a little, and Kyle Berry walks up and he's like, hey, where's the bunkers? I'm like, I didn't know you were still here. And I'm like kind of hoping he was going to go, oh, all right. He goes, dude, I've been waiting for you to leave the whole time. I go, all right, I'm going to open this thing up. So he got a bunker. You guys get a bunker. So we're going to give one of these away to a boat squad member. I did see we got a new boat squad member that just signed up, I think today.
Oh, wow.
So welcome Drew Miller, time on level. Drew Miller, Chris Sawtell, Brandon Allen, Curtis 907, Mr. Kev, and AJ Lords. One of you guys, unless someone else joins the boat squad, one of you guys is going to go home with, and not go home, you're already going to be home, is going to open their door in a couple days. Somebody's going to open their door in a couple days, and there's going to be what looks like a dead body wrapped in a plastic bag. And also, that was the other thing. After we wrapped this thing up, it looked extremely suspicious. It was a black 50-gallon trash bag, like sealed up with that packing wrapped around it. It looked very suspicious.
What size box do you think it would fit in?
None of the ones that we have in here, but I've got.
Think it's like that size? It could go in that one.
I mean, honestly, like it could almost fit in 2 of these. It's a lot smaller than you think.
Yeah.
It really is. What's in here? Boat squad. Oh, we've already given one. Yeah, so it's not that bad. It's not going to be a super expensive ship. Hopefully, we don't get anybody from. Did I miss anything this off season? Where's your arbor? Hopefully, we don't get any international people to sign up because there's going to be like a little bit of a customs thing. I think that's what we're going to call it. So anyway, it was that added on to a wild weekend that just kind of getting that bunker out here, showing how much we care, showing how much Junior from BFPGear.com cares. Speaking of them, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is going to be a really big, really exciting show. We've got I think an echo in here, maybe. Our guest is going to come on.
Yeah.
and we'll just kind of keep it lively and fun, right? We're trying to get Tom Cole on, but he's driving home. J-Rab is flying home as well, and we're gonna talk about a couple of things that happened at the event, injury updates, and just gonna have all around good time. So big thanks to everybody who's a show supporter. We got about just over 200 of y'all out there, and I kind of want to put something out here. We've got who is the longest members. Okay, we're gonna give our top 5 here.
Apex Paintball. Yarber had a child, so brand new, newborn, so he couldn't make it.
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago. So big shout out to Ed Dizon, mega support status member for 65.5 months. Damn. We got Callie, Mike Lou, Mario Trujillo, John Washburn, and Slarion number 1. Also in the 64.5 month. So that's
impressive.
Very impressive. Very impressive. Sturgos, let's see. Let's find out. Whoops, where Mr. Sturge is. Let's see. I got you, bud. Sturge, we got you 37.73 months. Crushing. Appreciate everybody here out there for the support. I see Ronnie Diesel in there for a few years. Where was he? Right there. I just saw him. So anyway, I want to thank everybody a ton for all of their support and everything. We've been doing this for a long time. This is episode 285. And we were just talking about it in the car. Remember you said, God, I saw the look on your face when Junior's like, you guys do this every week and you don't take a week off? And I was like, nah. And Kyle's like, no, he won't let us take a week off.
It's like, Junior, I've tried.
Oh, Jonas is back in the house. You just scared me that one, Jonas. But
why scare you?
Well, because it's from Norway, and getting that bunker, the Spick and Span bunker,
I know,
out to Norway. That's a little scary.
I don't know why he said scared you for a second.
Scared me for a second.
He's scaring us.
Let's go, Jonas. Jonas, I have a box of stuff for you anyhow, because you won a headband, and then I believe you bought some stuff, and then you were going to send it here, and then I got a bunch of stuff for the kids. He runs the under 16 and under 19 teams out in his area. And I had a box, and we were going to get a bunch of stuff together. So maybe if you win this bunker, you throw everything together, we'll make it all work, and everybody will have a good time. So I am rooting for everybody out there who is a Boat Squad member. And I hope you guys use it well. Use it well. And then also I want to thank all of our show sponsors for all of their support. Pate Smith Law, who's out there this weekend. I had to hang out and watch the event with him in the stadium. And talked a little bit.
I wonder how he did.
SHIT. And he's actually coming out here for a conference. And right the week that we go to Scott's bachelor party.
Yeah, he did say, he's like, maybe I can change the dates.
And then we've got so anyway, so just so you guys know, if anybody has insurance claims, whether just when you guys are just big insurance claims that you guys just don't really understand how to navigate, hit up Pate Smith from Pate Smith Law. He helps to navigate the intricacies of insurance claims, whether it is weather related, it is car crashes, anything that has to do with the insurance claims. He helps settle with them, so that way you get the maximum amount. Also free consultations, and you know what, at the end of the day, just give him a call, because he's a great dude to talk to, and he's fun to talk to, and it's always good to have a lawyer in your back pocket. You know what I mean? It's good. Like, it'll help legitimize you. You know, maybe you're like, I'm just 50 year in college, not really sure what I'm going to do. You know, your parents and your grandparents aren't really happy about it. But you know what? When you go back to dinner for Thanksgiving or Easter dinner, and you're like, yeah, I mean, I could talk to my lawyer about it. And you're like, well, you got a lawyer? You're like, really, he's like, it's like a nice feeling to say that. And then I want to thank Junior and Gina from BFPgear.com, shopbfpgear.com for all of your paintball needs. They're always supporting paintball. They support Dynasty. They support most of your favorite podcasts and YouTube channels. Big thanks to Alan Beach as well. And they're just great people all around. Gina came out and surprised Junior the other day at the event, and they got they got a field, they got stores, they got everything. So they love paintball. You love paintball, they love paintball, everybody loves paintball. It's a win. It's a win-win. And then speaking of that, Gen X Global, all the crew over there, doing great things. They're at all the events. Everybody in the league uses their stuff, their pods, and if you just needed just a little bit more of a reason to use it, they also care about the environment. They've got that Eco One technology that they add to all their pods. The pods are made in the U.S. That's another big bonus there. Buy U.S. made products when and where you can. But yeah, it helps the plastic breakdown in landfills, which is just a big thing. You know, I just went to the beach yesterday. Like, hit the ground running, got in, went to the beach. You know how much plastic I picked up? I always try to pick up at least 3 pieces of plastic whenever I'm coming in and out of the water. And I had both pockets full. So we just need to make sure that we try to take care of this environment for the kids. One of my kids also pooped directly on the sand, just fired it off. Sid's legs were shaking. I was like, what are you doing, bud? And then all of a sudden a big log just popped off. We were kind of like a low tide, so like wasn't going to wash away, so I had to quickly bury it. And then he saw me burying it, and then he wanted to get in on the action, and I had to like try to shoo him away while people were walking down. So anyway, I don't know how that got brought up from Gen X Global. But buy their pods. And if your pods are broken, you can buy the lids from them also. And if you've got a broken pod and you're at the beach, you know, you can scoop up poops.
There you go.
Put anything in there. I think they even have the little beer steins. You seen those? They had them at, Kendrick had them at the WCPPL.
Oh, yeah.
You like put the little thing in there, you get the beers. Mm-hmm. It's all around a fun time, guys. It's all around a good time. So, let's see here. Oh, I'm going to pull up this picture. Let me put this picture up here. You just sent me. Boom, 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 boom. SS Bunker. So, just to show you guys, I don't know if this is the color, if this is the exact one that you're going to get, but look at this guy here. Oh, man. Oof, this is a big file. I don't know why it always sizes this way. Like, I always have to do this.
I mean, Alex took that on his nice camera, so.
Oh yeah, it's a full deal. So thanks again, Junior, for making sweet love to all of these bunkers and getting all of the air out of them. I really appreciate you for doing that. Oh yeah, and then as I'm setting out the thank yous before we get to it, I want to thank Rustin. Kyle, you got one of these also because Kyle.
Okay, Craig. You gotta add Craig in there too.
Okay. Yep. I'll get an updated list here, dude. Check these goggles. This might be the best build I've ever made. If you're into blue. So hold on. Let's take a look at these frames first.
Oh yeah, the frames I got too.
Yeah, you got this is the same frame. He made 3 of these.
Yeah, that frame was dope.
I gotta kind of block out a little bit of it. So it's like this clear. It's a clear blue dyed frame. So it's got like you can kind of see. Oh, ow! I can't hold my shoulder up there. You can kind of see the spottiness in there, and then it's got this blue marble bottoms. Huh? Talk to me about these things, huh?
Yeah, those are
DV8 straps. So DV8 actually gave us a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was like in the booth, and Yoshi's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell everybody." So thank you to DV8 also. I didn't get my little ear things. I think I don't know exactly what happened to mine, but they had some pro straps in there. Have you seen the DV8 Pro straps?
Mm-mm.
Let me see if I have some right here. They're really sweet, actually. And I happened to find them when I was handing everybody's stuff out. Yeah, look at this. These are sick. When we were handing everything out, just like a lot of stuff just happened so fast. But this is awesome. What Jamin is doing over there, these are cool. Remember the old pro patches that you got? So these say pro on the side. So I believe the only way you can get one of these things is from a pro player.
Wow.
Yeah, so it says it's got an embroidered pro on the back.
Damn.
Yeah, these are sick, huh?
That is.
Very
really
cool. So we had a couple of these things in there in the boxes. So these things. Yes, Captain Country, the woodsball tournaments are still a thing. Yeah, this is cool, huh?
Yeah, they're sweet.
Just a couple cool little things that were launched and given out here. I mean, maybe we do one of these things as the maybe a boat squad member giveaway or a mega support status giveaway. So they're just the thin frames, clear thin frame. Well, they're just like a specially thin frame. So that's Rustin who did that, and he does a lot of these other ones. I think Joe got the avocado green one. I wouldn't call it avocado. I'd call it more like like an old avocado green. It's like when they get kind of.
What's up with that lens?
So there's this lens. I don't know. I just found this thing.
Blue light therapy.
This is what you got to use for the blue light therapy. Yeah. I wear this thing. I
saw the new. A couple of the guys on the team had them. Like I think Arturo, maybe Kyle Berry had like those new
high vis
yellow lens, and I liked it because it was not like super bright.
I'm a big fan of the Hunter, those Hunter high vises. This is I think that this is a sample to help with the cosmic paintball lights. So basically, if you're playing cosmic paintball, there's this weird glow. You can't use dual pane lenses because of the inner coating. So the way like a thermal lens is made. This is why I have QLS lenses.
The bottom.
I think I've already got the bottom. Oh yeah, the bottom's out. That's the problem.
Yeah
good looking out there. So the way that the lenses work is the inner frame or the inner lens has this like hydrophilic kind of coating on it, so it doesn't absorb moisture, so it doesn't fog. That's how the anti-fog works. But it's UV reactive. So if you're wearing a anti-fog lens in like the blue light, it like glows. So the inside of your lens is glowing blue, so it's like really hard to see.
Oh, I see.
So they're toying around with, I can't even get it, some other ideas of, this is cool, of what to put for like playing at night in that type
like
of
cigar smoke shot stain.
No, that's that brown one. More of that brown. It's kind of cool, right?
Yeah. I wonder how this would be.
I feel like that's like, you need to wear that thing in the woods. I mean, you're never going to play in the woods, but... Or in the stadium under the lights would have been a good one. Yeah. Thank you, Marky. The frame must have been a prototype frame. It's a little tight. I swear I'm better than that. Yeah, Marky, I feel like I still have my pro patch also. I know it was in my file cabinet when I was cleaning things out. I just don't know where all that stuff went. It's probably in one of these boxes under here. There might be like a pro patch somewhere in here. I don't know where. Deviate things, some of this stuff. Royal City Sea Dogs. That's my guys right here. Patch. What is all this stuff? Here. Challenge coins. Anyway, I've got mine somewhere. The little gold patch. Those are cool, man. Rusty did a good job with those. So if you guys aren't familiar how the old patches work, if you play like a certain amount out of points, it's kind of like tough to get that one in.
Yeah, the top.
Yeah. Oh, so also just on a whole other side note, I'm caught up completely on that show Paradise.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
I haven't. Yeah. I didn't watch. There's a new episode that came out last night. I didn't watch.
Oh, I didn't see last night's. So this is a quick tangent here again. I'm into like just these post-apocalyptic type shows. I feel like society didn't devolve enough for me, personally, in that show. I felt like I've been taught by mainstream media that if there is some sort of event, that like mass casualty event, in the world, that it's Mad Max. It's just like you can't go down the street and people like are okay with you walking by, and you can't like go and just sleep somewhere and hitch your horse up and then go ask for help, and then like people come by and say, hey, you want to join our clan? That's not how it works.
Yeah, there was that one scene where there was like the 50-mile long tornado that they see in the distance. Yeah, but I think that was like there should be like more of those. That's right. And just like I felt like everything was just a little too okay. Everybody was still cordial to each other. And it's like living in Wyoming or something.
Yeah, it's just like you're living in Wyoming. Anyway, so that's just kind of how I feel about that one. That one's. I was like up in the middle of the night. I was so tired, and just wanted to go to sleep.
Big shout out to Cassidy too. I'm ready to. Can't wait for what he's gonna cook up.
Yeah, Cass, we should have had him come on here and talk a little bit about how the event was and his time back, getting shot. He was telling me how a couple guys came up to him and were like, dude, I used to watch your videos all the time, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, that's really cool. So
yeah, I was asking him, I was like, did you, I was like, how many people came up to you when you were on the field taking photos? He's like, so many. I was like, a lot of new faces. Like, yeah, but everyone was pretty cool and like came up and gave me like nice compliments or like really nice to meet you, which is as expected, you know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And no, Lando, I have not seen Project Hail Mary. I've got a bunch of friends that are going to see Project Hail Mary on Thursday, but I've been gone for 10 days, so I feel like even doing the show for 2 hours today was like me pressing my luck a little bit.
Dude, I was so tired last night too. Like going to sleep. I never go to bed. I think I went to bed at 10 p.m., which is like that's very rare.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk a little bit about the stadium. Or do we? When do we have our guest coming on?
I told him probably like 30 minutes after the hour.
Perfect.
We can.
Yeah, 5 o'clock. Or at 4:30.
I said, yeah, 4:30.
Okay,
I can either one.
So Sturgos 69. I have never seen an episode of Peaky Blinders. Is that crazy?
Oh yeah, I sent you that.
You sent me.
Ryan was asking us like, how was that show? Which we're like, dude.
But so
one of the best.
I know it's good. It's just really long. There's like a lot of seasons out, and I just don't know if I can commit myself to watching it all. So I watched the 12-minute recap of the entire thing, so I kind of know what happens, and he rides off in the sunset at the end. So maybe I've just spoiled it all for myself, and should I just watch the movie and just kind of like, I kind of get it?
Yeah, I mean...
I heard the show is so good, though, that
yeah, it's just going to be a lot of time.
A lot of time. Yeah. Oh, what's that? To not have yet surgery, he just got an MRI, is looking for opinions. Yeah, there you go. So I guess I'll give you guys an injury update right now, as this is kind of like the future of paintball. Is my future in paintball. I think a lot of you guys saw that I have the purple Force up for sale right now because I'm for sure not using it in the next 2 months. I don't believe that I am going to play in. I think it's unlikely that I'll play in Dover. Not out of the question. So I had my first ortho schedule or like appointment today. I had one this morning over the phone, and it was very promising. So based on the reads, which we kind of talked about last time, he recommends that I don't get surgery, or I try to avoid surgery, get a couple more opinions, and that was promising for me. You know, he said it's likely also that this injury was already kind of there, and the fact that there are still some threads holding it together means that it can still heal. So he recommended to exploring PRP, which shout out to ProPeptides, link down below with the discount code. I'm already on it, and I'm actually headed out there. I've already scheduled my flight and my appointment. That I've got PRP scheduled the day after Easter, so that Easter Monday, I guess is what it's called. So I'm gonna fly out to Arizona. I'm gonna go meet with Phil, and we're gonna get that thing. So I'm not going to say surgery is the best decision for me. I do believe that surgery in some instances is a great idea, but you know, just in how I'm feeling, it was really painful this morning. Maybe it's because I've been moving around a little bit. Also, I've had to carry the kids, which is not good. I try not to, but when you move 2 kids at the same time, it's near impossible to do that. But just, you know, trying to keep things moving a little bit.
Yeah.
So anyway, the first one was promising. I have another in-person appointment on Thursday. I've got another one next week. So just getting as many eyes on it as possible. I also sent it out to a couple people. Thank you everybody who's replied back to me and helped me out with personal recommendations. I'm willing and happy to send out my imaging to any orthopedic surgeon that you guys may know. I do appreciate everybody. Also, just, you know, if you are thinking of helping me out and sending me a recommendation, unless you know the person or you've had an experience with somebody, I don't need to have like the top 5 on Google, which I do again appreciate everybody's help, but I don't need any, just like the ones that I can find, like Google top orthopedic surgeons in the U.S., which I've gotten a lot of those. But again, yeah, TJ best rates. Yeah,
same Zoom link, right?
Huh?
Same
Zoom link. I can launch this thing here in a second. So, again, I want to thank everybody for all their support. Still up in the air, uncertain as to what exactly the extent is going to be, but we'll kind of we'll see how it goes, right? And then,
who do you guys think we have coming on the show today? Or did you put it in the show notes?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
You guys want to guess?
No? Anybody?
AJ said
Level
you should
5.
go down to TJ.
I know. I saw that. We do want to get Maddie on the show again. He's always a good one to get on the show to talk a little bit of wrap up and stuff. Usually his voice is pretty harsh, and he's also been gone for a week. So, always get sloppy seconds at PTG. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think they had to call an emergency meeting last minute to make sure that they could get him in before us. Mm-hmm. But hopefully, yeah.
Tom Guest for P.
Yeah, the Tom Guest thing. So I will say this. Look, we did our best to put on the best show, and I say we because
I'm just glad I didn't get caught.
I know, dude. We had like 3 of our guys piss in the thing. They're like, wait, what? So I'm gonna get our guest on here real quick, and we'll talk about. We'll ask him. Maybe he peed, and we gotta get like the retroactive.
I did like 2 or 3 times.
How you doing? Hold on, give me 1 second here. I'm gonna get you on, and where is it here? We'll go on to this. Boom, projector. Ding, and then we'll go over here. All right.
Are there still people on your roof?
I don't think they're on my roof anymore. I'm pretty sure the roofers might have hung it up because I said push pause because we needed to talk about what's happening. I'll get you guys the roof anything. Anyway, Mr. Hara, welcome to the show. You're a popular guy right now.
Can you guys hear me all right?
We sure can, yeah.
All right, cool.
Cool.
What's up, guys?
How you doing, dude? I like you're already on it. Are you still in Florida?
Yep. Yeah, I'm still in Tampa. I'm just at the team house still. I'm staying until the next event since it's only a few weeks.
They got you. Do you have like can we see your ankles? Do you have like an ankle bracelet on or a monitor of any sort? They're gonna probably be like, okay, listen. If you see a phone number that you do not recognize, don't answer it. It could be another team. It could be Bart Yakmak. So don't answer it. Also, you're not allowed to leave, and you're now a national treasure in Russia.
Can you turn his volume up?
I can change it. Yeah. Let me get a mic check real quick here from you.
Yeah, check.
Yeah,
a little bit. That's gonna be good.
Yeah, that's good. It's good. Well, so first of all, congratulations, dude. Hell of an event. Obviously, I think you've already heard that a million times. And I don't know, I'm sure you guys covered a bunch of stuff last night on the PTG show, which was live.
I want to ask them. Did they hit you up first, or did I hit you up first?
So you guys were both in the long list of DMs, but I stumbled upon yours first, and so I committed to yours first, and then I texted Marcelo.
And they swooped up.
I was like, yeah, I'm available any day except for Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific. And he's like, no.
He's like, let me do an emergency podcast.
Emergency podcast.
Yeah, you had him scrambling a little bit.
But. Yeah.
No. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
It's all right. We'll just have you start again from the top on how you got into paintball. No, I was skimming through their show today too, so we didn't ask you a lot of the same things, but our show is more casual, so it's kind of different anyways.
Let me ask you this: What'd you have for dinner last night or on Sunday night? Did they ask that?
I don't.
We went to Outback.
Gosh, that's what they did for. That's how they did you.
Should have pushed for
They
Charlie's.
love it, dude. They love it.
So as you get a little bit more seasoned, as I should say, usually the teams get something just slightly better than Outback and Chili's. Mm-hmm. But I do know, because I've been to Russia, that Outback's is like a prime 5-star establishment out of 5 stars. Also, if they say, hey, do you want to come to Russia? Just say no. Actually, ask J-Rab what you should say. And he'll also say, don't go. It's the worst. That's not the worst experience. It's a tough one.
All right, noted.
Just note that. So, do you have any time off, or are you basically, because I know that's usually a 6-week lead time, and then we're basically 6 weeks away.
I just, since I was the new guy to the squad for the season, I just automatically put 6 weeks out from each event in my calendar that I'm planning to be here. Not everybody. I'm the only one here except for the local guys now. That stay in the other team house. So JMO, Bass, a couple other local guys, Harrison. So I'm gonna go out and drill. I'm gonna rest a couple days, obviously, and then I'll go out to the field, keep drilling and whatever. And then after a few weeks, the coaches will come back. J-Rab will come back, and we'll get back to the regular scheduled practices. But I got a lot to work on.
So you had yesterday off?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
When you say rest, does any part of your body actually hurt? I just want to remember what it feels like to be.
You know, today it's not too bad. I'm just a little stiff, like in the hip flexors and whatever. But the day after the event, I felt like I got hit by a truck. Like my legs was pretty bruised up and whatever. But we're bouncing back.
You just mentioned you have a lot of stuff to work on. What do you feel like you have to work on?
Technical skills. There's still quite a bit of my mental bandwidth that's being eaten up by physically what I'm doing with my body when I get to the spot. Like I still have to think about how I place my foot. Like I want to point my toe at the target, which leg is up, which leg is down, how I'm presenting my gun to the bunker before I snap. I still have to think about it. So I just want to drill some of that out to where it's more automatic and it frees my brain up to think about other stuff.
We practice you guys, and so you were just saving everything for the tournament?
I guess so. I mean, I learned a lot between when we practiced you and the tournament stuff.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot from practicing you guys. It definitely built my confidence up practicing against you guys because you guys are some of the best. So,
dude, it's pretty impressive. I'd say too for you to play as well as you did on Saturday, and then go into Sunday and just at the very least repeat it, but also like rise above it and set another like benchmark for yourself.
And you had faith in me the whole time, didn't you?
Not. I had to try to manifest that when we played you guys, so that knock a chip off your shoulder, but. Yeah, no, I mean, that was pretty impressive, dude, so good on you.
I have a question on because you just mentioned just like a small little nuances of how people play and how people kind of set your bodies up. When you come and snap shoot out, and I think because you've put some thought into this, so say you're in that Snake 2 in the Spick and Span bunker of all spawns, and you're going to come out on the wire to shoot. Do you have your outside foot planted or your knee planted?
My outside knee is down.
Is down.
I've found that to be more comfortable. But the downside is I'm a bigger target for somebody cross field because I'm a little bit taller. But for the beginning phase of the game, that's not really as much of a threat. So I find that it's easier to engage my core when I do the rollout and I stay more stable with the outside knee down. If my outside knee is up and I snap out there, the leg
kind of
moves
pivots
a little bit.
Your range of motion is also kind of stuck right like just past that knee versus when it's down.
You have balance. Yeah. So outside knee down is what I've found.
All right. Well, I'm glad that I still, it's like the style thing. When you ask somebody younger and you're not really sure, like when you're like, what are you wearing? And I'm like, I don't know.
Do we even have this? Remember?
Oh yeah, they're yeah, I got them all.
Where's the?
It's the link. I sent it to you. It's like in the team chat somewhere. It's a I don't know where it is. Anyways, I'll send it to you again. It's in the team chat.
I'll look.
Yeah, it's in a Google Drive. Yeah, that's funny because it's always like this. I always try to explain that and when we're talking and to teams and players and stuff, and everybody has like a differing opinion of what leg to plant. And I always say like if you're playing and you're like kind of holding a lane or something like that, or you're playing for a long time, you can just switch them up to keep blood flowing.
Yes.
But if you want to snap out, like your range of motion is just a little bigger. And again, I feel like you just got to get as many people on your side as possible when you're trying to explain this out like that when people have differing opinions. How old are you? You're
26.
26. Okay. And you came from what field?
So my first local field was Avid Extreme Sports in Oklahoma. And then after that, I did some Texas stuff at What's Up Paintball and Paintball Fit. Then I spent a lot of time at the Kansas City Sports Complex with Todd Boyer and all those guys. And now I'm at Thunder Valley Paintball with Red Legion.
Yeah, with the Russians. What do you do to kind of like spend your time when you're out there? We had Corey on a while ago. Is he still out there too, or he came home? Right?
He probably went home. I think he went back.
You're not sure?
He stays in the other house, so okay. I don't really get to interact with him outside of practice too much.
So so let me know, what do you do on your off time here? You don't have a car. You kind of like.
Yeah, I don't have my own car here, but we have like a team van that we can all use to go wherever we need to. I mean, this first training block, I wasn't really messing around like with extracurricular activities. I was just kind of doing the paintball, coming home, eating, resting, and then just doing that again. I brought a little FPV drone simulator. I can fly around and practice that. But yeah, I'm not playing games or anything right now.
Are you a drone guy?
I like it. Yeah, I'm not super good at it, but I like flying just in the simulators. I don't own any real drones yet. But,
okay. It's probably smart to do it the way you're doing it, because otherwise it's going to cost more in the long run from crashing.
You save a lot of money in the simulators first. Well, yeah, I've crashed so many times.
Someone asked in here, how's the language barrier for you? You know, coming in as a new guy, kind of like learning the whole code structure and the program with that. Obviously, you have a lot of time to do that, but it doesn't seem like. It's funny because you can hear when you guys are on the field, some of the guys are trying to talk, and mostly it seems like they're trying to talk to J-Rab because they're screaming across the field, and it sounds really funny. But like, how is it with you? And is that why you kind of paired with J-Rab a lot on this last one?
It's definitely obviously easier when I'm paired with J-Rab just because he speaks English natively. But I can still understand, like, most of the guys speak enough English to where they can get their point across. On the field, I'm still getting used to the accents sometimes when Malloy is yelling. But most of the time when he was trying to tell me something really important, he would get the point across eventually. In terms of at the camp, Coach Max, his broken English is good enough to get his point across too. But Kirill's English is great. Yeah, he can speak.
Did you start playing in the Snake, or is it kind of like, were you just kind of like, I'm going to go, I'll just, you kind of played all over the field when you were in practice, or did you just...
For this event?
Mm-hmm. Or just, no, in practice, like leading up to it, or like, did you start... Because usually there's like there's snake players, there's Dorito specialists, there's guys that play in this spot. Was that where you played kind of most of your career?
I've always been a snake player, yeah. A couple events in D3, I was on the Dorito side, but yeah, I've always just kind of been a snake player. So it lucked out here because that's kind of what they needed for the squad. Mm-hmm. So I was able to leverage that.
Dude, first pro event, rookie, you got to play in a stadium.
Yeah, right.
And win Golden Barrel. Mm-hmm. It's all downhill from here.
Yeah, so yeah. Good luck.
Might just like leave on top.
Yeah, it set the bar
just
really high.
Just repeat it. So. Yeah. If you get the Golden Barrel at World Cup and win, then then
you gotta really hang it up. No, but isn't it? Didn't I just see that thing about contract killers? Don't you get one of the keys to that Jeep?
No.
Oh yeah.
I got the.
Yeah, you gave it to
me. I thought Fedorov got it.
I didn't get one, but I got the headband.
Yeah, you got the
MVP.
Oh,
no, if you needed a car key, brother.
No, so basically
they didn't give me the key.
Well, for sure they're giving it to Fedorov.
Fedorov got a key.
No, I know. So everybody gets a key, essentially. He's going to give 5 keys out, right? So Fedorov is their personal MVP. Then every Golden Barrel winner, from what I understand, gets a CK sponsorship or something like that. And so basically at World Cup, everybody who won a Golden Barrel plus Fedorov gets the key, and then everybody goes in there and turns it on.
I thought it was.
We should get some Kalshi. We need a Kalshi odds and see what.
I think everyone gets a headband, but Fedorov gets a car key, and
it's probably what's a car key. Yeah, exactly. But that'd be sweet. I mean, at this point, it's got to be you, right? He's gonna win the key. Cool. He's gonna win the car. What would you do? Cool. What is what's like?
You asking if I would use it or what?
Yeah, would you use it?
Or you'd have a car in Tampa? No.
Yeah, we got the team van in this
giant contract killer
Jeep with no doors in the rain. That seems like
you and Rab can drive around with the hair down, doors off.
Yeah, I'm not gonna comment on that. Yeah. I don't know. That'd be cool.
I for some reason I thought it was like you had to be like a contract kill, like it was like special.
That's him. He is.
Yeah.
He's the definition of a contract.
I thought they were gonna maybe just give the keys to like a different player on Hurricanes
Probably. It could be. I don't know. That's just how I understand it. I don't really know exactly, but yeah.
It's a cool Jeep.
It does look. It's pretty wild. It's pretty.
I was saying, somebody was asking me, they're like, "What are you gonna do if you win the Jeep?" I was like, "Ah, man, honestly, I don't know if I'd drive it, but I could sell it and then get like a new Prius or something, and then deck out the Prius and contract killer stuff."
Smart.
He is smart.
I wouldn't have done that.
No,
not as smart.
Kyle would have driven it straight to a bar.
Yep.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Drive it down to the beach.
But I sold it, put the extra money into a Roth. I would have bought this and then oil futures and a Prius. Yeah, I like that. What was it like? Tell me the experience from your first match. Did you start immediately? Did you play the first point of the entire event inside the stadium?
I played the first point in the stadium in the 5-man, and then the 5v5. Yeah, I played 3-man too, but I wasn't as good in the 3-man. But yeah, first point starting versus damage in the 5v5 was pretty cool.
Yeah, what was that like? Tell me, and then how did you do? I mean, you guys crushed damage the first 6 points or 5 points, and then kind of fell apart. Tell me that experience.
We came out hot against damage. Obviously, everybody's watched the game. I felt like I had a pretty good impact in those first couple points. Able to pick up some kills, get to my spot. We tapered off in the latter half of the game. Yeah, the environment in there was so cool. The way the sound was bouncing off the walls, all the people cheering. Every time we were walking out to the box, it was an incredible feeling.
Did you feel you could hear the communication in there a little bit better? Like there was like
it's almost like a little echoey.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. But yeah, it was loud. It was loud, and there was so much going through my mind. Like first event, I got Keith Brown and Mouse in front of me, legends that I've been like looking up to for my whole time playing the game, and now I'm shooting at them, and they're shooting me. It was a crazy feeling. So.
Not all what they were hyped up to be, huh? Especially Mouse, right?
Yeah, they bleed too. So
he's not watching. What you said that you weren't very good in the 3-man. What was the difference? Do you feel about the 3-man versus the 5-man, aside from 2 less people for you to shoot and then bunker in front of you?
I think I got caught by a couple traps. Like damage would send. I think it was Chris or somebody at that D-side tower and just like wait for me because they knew I was just going to try to make a bump through that dead space. So I think I thrive a little bit more in the chaos of 5v5 just because everybody's occupied with other stuff versus 3-man. It's like there's going to be 1 or 2 guys looking at you and you're the only guy to worry about. So yeah, something I got to work on.
That's actually interesting, and this is I'll put this thing up here too because it was something that our coaches. Oh, the BFP Gear logo is already up there. So this is from Junior, who's our coach, along with Kyle. But Junior sponsors a question of the day from BFPGear.com.
No, you were the coach.
Well, I was the coach this time by default because you were supposed to play. But one of the things that we noticed when we were scouting and watching is, and you just mentioned about just finding extra bodies, and you couldn't. Junior mentioned and he wanted me to ask you. You guys didn't seem to look up at the Jumbotron ever. Like the Russians specifically didn't look up at the Jumbotron at all.
I think some of them
was that talked about beforehand because you didn't want to lean on it? That's the only thing we could come to our conclusion was like maybe you guys didn't want to get caught like, hey, this isn't going to help us in the tournament, so don't even look at it to begin with. But it was a noticeable difference with the Russians, and forgive me if this is something you didn't want to disclose, and you don't have to. But
no, we didn't discuss it at all. I can't speak for the other guys, but I assume it could be something similar to my case. For me, it's just because we never obviously like trained with that and never had to rely on that. So for me, even though it was so obvious to be able to do it, it just didn't really cross my mind at any point when I was playing because I was so focused on what I was doing, where I needed to be, who I needed to check off, that it never was like, oh, let me peek up at this giant screen. There's too much going on. So yeah, it could just be me being new, being so focused on everything else. Because then obviously the good players, like I crawl into damage a snake and I watch the video and Keith like looks up, he's like, oh, our snake. I'm like, oh, okay, that was pretty smart. I should have been doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually kind of wild because you could see how guys started to implement it and figure it out. There was actually a really fun, really interesting one where I think it was X Factor. It was just the 3-man, but X Factor was playing against Infamous. And Infamous, Zach Patient was in the 50 Snake playing, and it was on screen. Like, on big, obviously. And then Billy got into the Snake and crawled in and crawled right to the other side of him. And neither one of them even, like, wanted to, like, even thought about glancing to the left or right. Wow. And it was just, like, they didn't know they were there, and they were both playing for a second, and then eventually Billy went and they traded out. But it was, like, it's a freebie right there, you know? And that kind of brings me to the next one is, like, because you mentioned how much you guys train, and it's funny because, like, forever since the Russians came on back in 2000 and I forgot the first time I ever played against them, it was this interesting thing because it was like there was such a mystique around them, and it's like, what is, like, where did they come from? What are they doing? How did they get so good? And they were like robots. Everybody's like, they're like just Russian robots. They must have like earpieces in, or they're just so calculated in everything they do. And obviously from watching them now and being friends with them for the past 20 years, you can see that it's all part of the craft, is the training. And it's so by the book. And after talking with a handful of people and yourself and Corey, it's just like, you go to the field, you practice these specific set of drills. They've got everything blueprinted out. And so when you mentioned that, it's like there was a routine that you guys have, and it's not mapped out. So anything that's not on the map or on the course, like, we're not going to clutter our minds with it, which is maybe why they didn't even bring it up. Even though it's low-hanging fruit, as I like to kind of point out, it's like, utilize everything that you possibly can, but if it's going to disrupt any level of play and get you, like, not to, like, focus on what your objective and your goal is. And case in point was, like, you guys are up by 1 point with, like, it's a one-on-one against Malloy and Marcelo. Malloy didn't one time look up at the.
I think he did.
It didn't seem like it. He had no clue where Marcelo was the most of that time, and, like, Marcelo knew where Malloy was, but, you know, you could tell he was looking around like this, and Marcelo was standing there, and eventually they kind of played that cat and mouse and found each other.
I think I saw a video, somebody was asking Malloy that question, and he said that he thought about looking at it, but he didn't because he was concerned that it had a delay, and that if he looked and saw Marcelo somewhere, that it wasn't actually where he was, and it could have cost him. So that's what he's way smarter. So I wouldn't have even thought of that.
No, that match ended up being probably the best match of the entire event because of the comeback and then how that last one-on-one played out with like those two guys, like the two of the best guys in the league, playing a one-on-one at the end, completely flipping sides, and each of them knowing exactly what the other person had to do. And Marcelo, like, going for the buzzer and getting shot like a half a second before hitting it with 3 seconds left on the clock to tie it up. I thought that was
pretty cool to like watch it in real time and have like the you know, if you couldn't see something, you could look up and see a different angle.
That match was incredible.
Yeah, that was cool. And how'd that feel to win your first pro match?
It was a big weight off my shoulders, especially since they started me. And Damage, you know, coming into it, like I'm watching their documentary in the off season and how they bodied everybody last season. So I'm like, these are some tough opponents for me to start off against. So I was a little in my head about it, but you know, trust the guys next to you, and we got it. So
they bodied everybody in World Cup. The rest of the season was quite rocky.
Nice,
they missed a couple of Sundays on the way to dominating at the end. Do you take notes? Do you write stuff down?
After practices, yeah. I keep like a paintball log. So after almost every practice, I'll write down what we did, who was there, what specific drills we did, what mistakes I made, specific advice from the coaches, and then I have a block at the bottom of what I want to work on tomorrow. So normally our scheduled practices is in the afternoon, so I'll go out in the morning if I can, just like by myself or with one other guy, and work on those things, and then go back home and then go and do the regular scheduled practice later. So it kind of helps. I don't just go to practice, make mistakes, write it down, and then go home, sleep, and then go back the next day and do something completely different. I try to do the stuff I wasn't confident about the day previous the next day. That's helped me kind of improve quicker.
Someone was asking about the gun platform. I don't know why you use the MXR over the DSR.
Let me look at the chat here.
You kind of have to scroll back up, but that's a question.
Oh, okay.
Using the MXR over the DSR.
So I can't speak to it 100% just because I don't have a ton of experience with the DSR. I just know that the Russian Legion limited edition ones all shoot gas. They're all really good. But I haven't had a ton of experience with them. I just know the other guys all say that. The MXR that I shot gas all week. I know like some people have had issues with them, but Dai's really pumping out fixes for them. So when it shoots good, when it's shooting, it's shooting really good. It's a very soft shot, very efficient. So I like it. Good ergos.
Nice.
They're race cars in the red. From what I understand, is like if you get a good one, like stick with the good one.
Yes. But most of the common problems we're having are being addressed. We just can't disclose everything. It's a good platform. It's a good platform.
You clearly don't have a job, right? Aside from what you're doing right now.
This is most of my time, but I do have some really flexible remote stuff that I can do.
Okay, cool. Remote work. Mm-hmm. You probably like mine crypto or something like that. It seemed like that's a good thing.
No.
Graphic design.
It's do you want to know what it is?
Yeah.
So I got on with a startup in the roofing industry. So I basically just analyze photos that of roofs and find damage from storms, and then mark it down, and then some other guys make a report about it, show it to the customer.
I need help.
Yeah, can you bring the satellite over to my house? I'll send you my address. I've got.
You get slammed or what?
What's that?
You get slammed by something?
Yeah, the roofers.
Oh.
Just charge him triple.
Yeah, they just multiplied the cost of my thing by it's at 2.5% or 2.5 times. Sorry. So I'm getting absolutely mollywopped over here. They've been on my roof for a week and a half now. They're up there just banging shit around, and they're like, "Hey, we got another change order." Everybody says the change order.
There's nothing on your roof right there.
No, this is exposed. We can crawl up there. Well, I don't even think you can crawl up there, but you can see it's. So
what happens if it rains? It's coming in.
I just don't think it's gonna rain. They gamble that. They're like, it's not gonna rain here.
Wow.
But, for a little while because it doesn't really rain. But yeah, I'm actually going through a roofing thing, and it went. They just hit me with a change order for $25,000, and that was what they originally had quoted me
for the whole thing. For
the whole thing. And that was one of like the last 4 change orders that I've gotten. So I'm getting absolutely fucking waxed over here.
Sorry about that.
Matt Rao, hit me up. Yeah, I've got you. And nothing. There wasn't like a. It's nothing like it wasn't an insurance claim. It was just like we needed a new roof because there was like damage. So I got a bunch of people, and I was like, oh, that's a pretty competitive bid.
They got you.
So by the way, if anybody needs an event jersey, I've got a couple for sale up here.
Steve asked what you've learned, who have you learned the most from, you feel like since you've been on the team?
From coaches, Coach Max, just because I've spent the most time with him. He's really helped me dial in on my body mechanics and some mental cues. Then after that, from players, probably J-Rab, just because he's really good. He's always out there drilling with us and is good at also breaking down the body mechanics and what we're failing on. So
nice. Did you know Ryan Gray beforehand? Because I know he'd reach out, right, to have you come try out for the team?
Yeah. So I've been acquainted with Ryan for quite some time because I used to work at the paintball field briefly while he still owned it, Avid Extreme Sports, back in like 2015. But then he handed it off to some other guys, and then we would brush shoulders at NXLs this last couple seasons. Like I'd be pitting in the pro pits or something, and I'd run into him and say what's up. But I didn't know he was scouting me or anything. We didn't really keep in close touch or anything like that. So yeah, he contacted me this last off season and then gave me an opportunity to come out and basically try out. So.
Nice.
And then you were going to play. Were you going to play with Todd's team, the All Stars? If you didn't play with the.
Honestly, maybe, but probably not. I probably would have just dialed in on some other work or something.
Oh, really? So you might not have even played this season if the Russians didn't reach out.
Yeah, there was a pretty good chance. I was really burnt out after Dallas last year. So I was kind of really weighing, like, I put so much into this, and, I'm not really getting much from it because divisional, what really is there all the game, but you're still spending a ton of money, a ton of time that I could be, advancing my life elsewhere. So, I'm 26 now, so I got to, figure out what you're doing. But you get an opportunity to come out here. I was like, I have to try this. There's no choice. I have to try this. And if I fail, I fail, and I go back to doing whatever else I would have been doing anyway.
So that's actually a great topic there, because I feel like the burnout is real. I always, because I do a lot of training, but whether it's between team training or individual or big clinics, and one of the big things is like, how do you keep teams together? How do you keep everybody on the same page? How do you keep people from burning out? Because at the end of the day, they're like, all right, hey, we want to win, and obviously you want to win, so you got to show up more, you got to pay more, you got to take more time off of whatever you were doing on the probably the only time that you had off to begin with, on the weekends. You got to be here at 8 a.m. You got to play all day. You got to pay your dues. You got to do this and that. So what? Aside from like getting lucky, both for yourself and for the Russians to find you, what kind of advice would you give to guys? Because again, you said you were kind of like getting to the point of being burnt out. You were playing semi-pro before this, I assume.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I played semi-pro at the end of 24 and all through 2025.
What kind of advice would you give to people who are kind of like sitting in this limbo of, should I go pro? I want to go pro. That's kind of like what I want to do, but I'm kind of in this weird thing. Because again, you're also hamstrung by the players around you, right? Mm-hmm. You could be the best on your team in like a small league, or you could be kind of okay swimming in like a bigger program that travels to NXL events. How do you get noticed? How did Ryan Gray notice you, and what advice do you have to kind of like get people to not be burnt out or find their way?
Yeah, so in terms of how Ryan noticed me, I guess he was just scouting me at NXLs, but I didn't really know. I think he was just scouting. He said he was scouting some other guys in semi-pro as well. He just does that because they are trying to grow this Red Legion camp out here, so they're always looking for talent they can bring out to see if will fit with the program. For guys with burnout, I mean, you just got to balance your off-field situation with how much you're really willing to give to the sport. And I just tipped my scale a bit too much toward paintball, I think, toward the end. I was treating it kind of like a job, and it stopped being fun, It's just, it was like work after work. So find some balance and make sure your off-field situation is good. And then evaluate what kind of program you're willing to commit to if you are going to try to take this step. Like for me, this kind of program is probably one of the only ways I would have committed to just giving all my time to paintball, is if it had a structured coaching system that I knew I could really take from a lot of experience, versus something where it's more player coached or less structured, and then you kind of just feel like you're still playing D1 except you have a pro tag next to your name or something. It's kind of what I was afraid of.
Yeah. Did you try out for any other teams ever?
Nope. Not pro teams or anything.
Okay. Yeah, you're just you didn't even go to any of those like tryouts, that like the public tryouts. You just kind of were like, yeah.
Yeah, all the teams I've been on, I've just jumped from one to the next,
right?
Just off of a recommendation or something, and then I go down there for a couple of practices and play with them.
I mean, it's pretty cool, because I do tell people, they're like, "What do I got to do? What do I got to do?" I want to go pro. Like, what should I do? And I'm like, or can I get a tryout? A lot of times it's like, hey, look, some teams do offer tryouts. Obviously, you can pay your $150 cash to put it in Harris's pocket and go to Florida and try to get on NYX if you want. Or the Hurricanes had their tryout, which I had a buddy of ours go out there, and he did really well. And a lot of people are doubting themselves when they go to these things. It's the same thing with the Team USA tryouts. It's like, hey, I want to be on the team. I'm good enough. It's like, look, if you can commit, go out there and do this. But to a lot of people, I say, look, if you're good enough, you're going to get noticed. Someone's going to notice you, right? If you're standing out, and you are able to perform at the national level on your team, teams will start to notice that sort of stuff. And I think case in point, this is like such a great, like, I don't want to call it a Cinderella story, but like it's a great story of success by putting in the hard work and seeing where it would take you and being noticed because based on merit alone. Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I definitely, I would agree. If you're good enough, somebody's gonna spy you anyway. So you don't gotta go around and fluff your feathers around. I mean, if you're good, you're good. And I got lucky enough to get noticed, and giving it my best out here. So.
Yeah. Rip Drive just, I don't know if you saw that comment. He's like, you were running pods in the pit last season, like.
Yeah, somebody recognized me from that. I love pitting. I love filling pods. I love running pods, wiping everybody down. Like if I ever stop playing, I'll never stop pitting.
No way.
That's awesome of you.
I love it. And stealing pods. I love it. Dude. I love it.
I think you can get free pods now.
Wait.
That golden barrel's got to be worth at least a box of pods.
I didn't steal any pods this event, but I was looking at them. I just thought about it.
Stealing pods.
So how do you feel about white pods?
Opaque white pods?
No, white. Like white.
Like
pure white pods.
White.
You can't see through them?
No.
No, so you got to be able to see through it. You got to see if there's a broken paint in there. It has to be translucent.
Yeah. Clear.
That's just
that's a clear.
Well,
that's
white pods
are
notoriously bad luck.
Bad luck, dude. Don't get the white pods.
And the pink pods too. I hear the pink pods too.
Dude, they had an all pink field. Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Pink
I didn't
bunkers.
make it out. I didn't.
Pink bunkers.
Did you go back and like? This is actually funny. Two questions. One, did you go back into the divisional sides at all and cruise out there and say what up or like?
We didn't really have time. We were always just kind of, because we don't spend all day at the field. We just stay resting. We go to the field, warm up, and then it's teams all together moving. And so I didn't really have time to go around and say what's up. But I got lucky enough to run into like my old D1 team, KC Missouri All-Stars, happened to walk by the booth. So I still got to see a lot of my friends. Mm-hmm. But at a normal event, after we would play our games, I would go to the pro pits, go run pods, or go help a divisional team run pods or whatever. So
I forgot you competed in what I think did you win you played Oliver's the HORMESIS 1v1?
I played. He came out to the KC Sports Complex and put on like a private duel where it was just kind of like an in-house duel. So it wasn't one of the official ones that counted toward his thing. But he came out for 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, and put on like a clinic for us. And he was also testing a new format where it was like a tag team duel, where it was like teams of two. So that was a fun format because you already have a pit guy there to help you. He's just the other player instead of just a designated guy to stand there and fill pods. So that was fun. But I did win that, and then later KC Sports Complex put on another private in-house duel. Shout out to Matt Edens for putting that on. It was a sick production, and I got to win that one too. So.
Nice.
Oh, sick. What grade did the Russians give you now, or what grade did you have when you the first, like after the first week or two? What grade do you have going into the event, and now what grade are you at now?
I don't know my current grade. I know that after the first round of assessment, I was B1. Okay. I believe. So that was already ahead of schedule, I was told, for where I was planning to be. Okay. Because when I came out here, I was fully expecting it to be a developmental process. Mm-hmm. You kind of come in, get some spins here and there, but you're learning for quite a few events before you get spins. But I'm just applying myself at practice and trying to learn the most from Max. And I was able to improve pretty quickly. So it's a great program out here. It really is. Like, the coaches want you to succeed. They give you all the tools to succeed. It's not for the faint of hearted. Like, mentally, like, they push you. They want you to be good. And if you make mistakes, you're gonna know about it. But if you apply yourself, try not to make the same mistakes twice. They want you to succeed. They want good players for their team. So that's what how I find peace and encouragement throughout it. So.
I always give J-Rab a hard time. I'm like, I heard the coaches said you're like a B3 right now. So I've never been a B. So if you want to get on him, you could like...
Yeah.
You could tell him that.
I think you've got like you've got like another event worth of like performing at like an elite level to then be able to start talking shit to everybody. Okay. Like that's like the next one, you know what I mean? Like right now, like
that's
like,
the goal.
Like pods. Yeah. It is. Like at some point in time when you start poking, you're like, oh hey, you know, like right now you're just like, oh this is cool, you know, I got like a free place to stay, I can go to Chipotle whenever I want, I can play as much paintball, I get free pods, you know. I'm like living it right now, like living my dream. Like I got free pods for days. But then eventually you're gonna be like, be able to like poke a little bit. That's when you kind of like break out, right?
I see. Maybe one day.
At least for me. Like being able to talk shit to Alex is like, it's like it makes the events worth coming to. You know, like, I want to win, but like I want to have like I want to play really well. I also just want to be able to talk shit a little bit, you know.
Rab said he would have came on too. I guess he had a flight basically through the duration of the show.
He scheduled his flight exactly at 4 p.m.
Bro, who said please shout out Thomas's brother Noodles?
I saw that too.
That must be a local guy because my brother's nickname is Noodles. It has been his whole paintball career. He still introduces himself as that.
Oh damn!
Paintball situations, yeah.
Is Aura your nickname?
It is now from PTG.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh, cool.
He said Thomas Aura.
Yeah.
Thomas Aura. It's cool.
Last kind of couple of questions here is one of the things that I noticed about how you played, and one thing it kind of ended up kind of getting you killed a couple times towards the end is like in that bonus kind of like slop time, is you're a bully. Right, which is in a good way. I think in paintball is kind of the only time that you should really be like okay with being a bully. And by that I mean like you would pressure somebody relentlessly and then you'd take them down the second they would give you the chance. Right. Mm-hmm. If they didn't shoot you out, you would shoot them, or you would go and get them off the field when they got closer. Like, tell me a little bit about that mentality of playing kind of that. Always foot on the gas in that scenario. Now, obviously, the Russians have that type of mentality as a whole, but it is something very difficult to teach people. That's like one of the hardest things to teach people is like, hey, go and get these people. Go bunker this guy. Go attack. Like, be okay with attacking and do it smart, but like, don't throw your body away. But like, you seem to embrace that and not be afraid to you know, get into those scenarios and situations.
Sure, yeah. I think it helped because when I was growing up, my brother was playing PSPs. So, like, some of the first advice he gave me when I started playing was like, hey, as a snake player, your job is to go get at least one kill. Like, if you can go and just, like, cruise missile the guy in front of you, and then they're not in the snake and the guy behind you is, we're in a winning situation. So, it's okay. Don't be afraid to go sacrifice your body. If you can go get a guy and try to stay alive, you might get two. But don't be so afraid to not get shot, you know, all the time, especially if you're a true one player and you trust the guy behind you. Just go blast somebody off the field, especially if it's a Chad George or whoever, other snake guy. Like, they got years on me, so if I can trade my new body for him, that's a fair trade for me.
Well, at some point in time, you're going to have to start valuing you're going to be, you alive is going to be more important than the bad guy dead at some point in time, and I think you're kind of getting to that point right now. No, but it's a good mentality to have. It's just something that, like, you know, you can teach people forever, and just like, I think that everybody these days, we've talked about it on the show a million times, so just not to bore people too many times, but I'd like to get the point across is like, too often people value themselves a little too much sometimes, and not the overall picture. And a lot of people have this idea that I don't want to make a mistake, so I'm just not going to try, right? And so if you don't possess the confidence to be able to make mistakes and press forward and do these things, is you won't ever try it. So for those people who are playing in the divisional levels and the ranks, like where you kind of were, is like, maybe you go out to the field and you get 10 reps. Some people only get to play 10 points on the field on a Sunday or on a Saturday. Mm-hmm. And they're going to go out there and they're going to get as much field time as possible. So they're not going to take these risks. And if you're ever down on bodies, they'll just kind of cross it up and just cross their fingers and hope that they win that. Hope that the team they're playing against makes big mistakes. Mm-hmm. Whereas some people I try to encourage is go forward, try something new. And the Russians have that unapologetic type of offensive attack always. They're going to go out there, they're going to clear the field, they're going to get as many points on the board as possible, and it's going to give your team more reps and more opportunities to score. And it's something that seemed like you embraced quite a bit. Is I'd see you shoot down the wire a bunch, and you either shoot a guy or you didn't, but you'd go take that guy down as soon as you could. Whereas a lot of people are just afraid of possibly making that mistake and maybe getting yelled at or getting sat or whatever it might be, whatever the deterrent is.
I love that you said what you said about being afraid to make mistakes, because it's something that changed my mindset, because I used to be like that. It's directly from camp, directly from the Red Legion camp here. They actively encourage you when we're practicing to make mistakes, to push yourself so close to the edge with what they're telling you to do that you fall off sometimes, and then figure out how to dial it back. But if you never push yourself, like you said, in the moment, you're always going to revert back to, I'll just chill here and cross up or something. And you're never going to take that risk. But the more you push yourself, the more you fall off that edge, you figure out how much you can get away with. Because, a lot of these guys, they look inside. And now I can go and stitch them up. So, yeah.
Exactly. You can always dial it back. It's hard for people to, there's you have two spectrums, right? You have the people that are always they're like that little that character in the back of Ace Ventura Part 2. They got that guy in the back when he fights him in Africa. They pull him out of the backpack. You're either that guy,
Tasmanian devil,
the little devil guy that's has only offense, or you're the guy that kind of just doesn't want to ever go forward and do all that. That might have been a bad analogy on that one. The reference might have been way off. But a lot of people only have one speed on either one of those. They don't have the ability to push forward, or they don't have the ability to pull back. And if you're one of those two people, you should try your hardest to play opposite of what you normally do, so that way you can always dial it up or down, right? I think Joe did a really good job this weekend of testing that boundary, testing that fence. And I really encourage teams to do that. Now, if you have a coach that's really scrutinizes you for making mistakes, you probably clear it with him first. Just kind of mention, hey, look, this is what I'm looking to do. Grayson Gladstone was also a good example. Brandon Trujillo, really good example also of those guys who would always play so timidly. They would only sit in the back. They kind of wait, because you don't want to make a mistake and get sat. And that's what you're always looking for.
Definitely some teams it looks like you can kind of tell from the way they play that they get punished at practice for making mistakes. It's a punishment when you take a risk and something bad happens. So you're afraid in the moment. But that's something about the Red Legion camp I really like. That we do the opposite.
Yeah, make mistakes early, man. You gotta just do it. Just get it off your plate early, and that way you don't have to dwell on it later when you're almost 50 years old. So you got a lot of time. Kind of wrap it up here a little bit. Ask you a couple other cool little questions here.
Sure.
You got a lot of time. You got a lot of free time. So in between the drones, what programs, what TV shows or movies are you watching? Because I need to and if it's Peaky Blinders, I just need another person to tell me I should start watching it. But tell me, give us some shows. What's your tastes?
I haven't watched any while I've been here, but now this week I will.
Skirt. Wait.
Did you watch?
You've been here for 2. You've been there for 2 months.
Did you watch him play? He was dismantling people. He was just.
You're not watching anything.
He's watching paintball.
You just sleep.
I really wasn't trying to spend too much time doing anything else, but paintball here. But
no programs.
I would be working or doing the drone sim. But I got a ton of recommendations for animes and stuff from JRab. I guess the last thing I watched, if you want to know what I'm into, I watched The Wire all the way through. I really liked that. That was
there you go. Okay.
But,
that came out when did you watch that? When it came out 20 years ago?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
just recently.
I watched it recently. I got HBO and I just watched it all the way through.
Wow. Okay. There we go.
Good show.
That is a very good show. They're a very good show.
I have a question for your next question.
What's your that was
out of all the drills that you guys do, what's your least favorite thing that you have to do in the camp, and then your favorite.
Least favorite. I don't know. I mean, I think there's different variants of stuff. Like some of the drills make me uncomfortable, and it's like I don't like it because it's making me uncomfortable because I'm bad at it right now. Yeah. But inside I know it's good because I'm bad at it right now and I'm getting better. And then we do like hill runs, which are just hard because you're running up a hill, up and down, just sprinting up a hill.
Yeah, those are fun.
But there's no point in practice where I'm like, I don't like being here. It's just hard sometimes.
You can text us on the side.
Though, some of the technical skills.
We'll mute your mic and you can just tell us.
I really don't.
They're all watching this right now, taking notes. They've got one of the translators like they're at the UN. Little thing. What did he just say? What did he say? So what are your goals now?
My goals now? I mean, it's just straight back to drilling for me. I want to see if I can keep replicating something close to this performance next event, keep contributing to the squad. We're obviously trying to win, but I'm just trying to get better at the mistakes I made this event. I don't want to make the mistakes I made at this event next event.
What team do you felt? Were you about to say something?
No, I was just going to ask him about the mistake that he feels. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you go ahead.
What is the mistake? I know you mentioned there's a couple like these little things that you're the ticks that you're working on like the checklist. But what would you say is your biggest mistake that you made, or the biggest mistakes that you made?
I got shot a lot of times when if I just play tighter, I don't get shot there. Even my head's too low, head's too high. I'm sitting on the outside of that starfish bunker, just like way too tall, and the corner shoots me in the head. I should never get shot there. But mainly mental mistakes, like I don't know.
You were over top of that thing a lot, just handling.
Well, OT is different, but when I'm rapping and I could be lower and shooting the same thing but lower, that was an issue. Or like I crawl all the way down to their snake, shoot one guy, and then I just like stand up for no reason.
Todd and Maddie were getting on you pretty good for that one.
They should.
I would say that is when you were in bonus. I call it bonus territory, right? Like you would shoot a guy in front of you, or you would bunker a guy. You would get to their snake, and like before you kind of switched your positioning and your orientation up, you would kind of like get clipped. You know, when you could just kind of be in there and exist and let the rest of the guys kind of get J-Rabbed, finally get closer to you.
Yeah, that mistake I kept making over and over. Or I would get all the way to their snake, kill a guy, and then not be ready for the guy to come trade me from the corner, like to come run me down. That happened to me a few times. So stuff like that, and then just mental mistakes, like in the impact game, when I run through and get that miner that got overturned. Like I don't need to be making moves like that. I see better awareness of the game situation. So stuff like that.
That's I mean, dude, that's pretty cool though. Like you've got kind of the goals, the plans, the ideas in the back of your head as to like what is and is not working, and how to get to that next level. And obviously you have the support, which is what everybody would dream of.
Yeah, it's a nice environment out here. Mm-hmm. They really want you to succeed, and the guys are great. So. Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems like you got a lot of time. I hope that you kind of turn the TV on and watch a little bit of something, like just get like a new program, so when we talk about something later on, as we come on the show sometime in the future, we can talk about a new program that we're watching, because I'm just trying to figure out what I should download for my next plane flight.
I see.
And I'm just taking recommendations as much as possible. What were you gonna ask?
The next one was what team?
Oh yeah.
That you played against, do you felt like gave you the most trouble, or like was applied pressure?
I felt like I mean, definitely when we were playing Impact in the finals, like I felt like Chad was matching the aggression. Like whenever he would get up to that 50, like he was being pretty proactive as to what he was doing there, and his shot down the wire was really good on me a few times. That's just the first one that comes to mind. because when we were watching their games before we played them, I was like, yeah, this guy's also playing the snake pretty aggressive. So I just need to be ready for that.
Yeah, Aftermath also played.
Right.
I mean, you guys ran away with that, but like.
Yeah, but I would get up there, and then it's like whoever, Cody or whoever, would just come through and just stitch me up, just trade me right away. So they were also pushing it pretty quick on that snake side.
Yeah, they played. I want to like big shout out to Aftermath. I think they played extremely well, much better than they did any of the events last year, and a couple of majors is what really set them back. And then also Chad, awesome job watching Chad. It was really cool to see him playing like in peak form.
Yeah,
I think Connor Kelly also had a really good event, picking up on what he was doing out there.
So to see Eric too, like basically playing every point in the snake.
Oh yeah. Eric played phenomenal.
His first pro event.
Lots of good rookies out there. I feel like he might take Rookie of the Year just at this point. You could probably just
hang it up.
Sit back and still run away with it. But no, obviously, I think that what you're doing is great as far as just kind of keeping your head on straight and humble and just kind of being like, all right, well, yeah, I'm gonna go back to the field. What are you gonna do tomorrow? I don't know. Eat some Outback and go to the field and work on some drills. You know, like I got a lot of shit to do. I'm like, I'm just sore from like the one day I did play still. No, it was cool to watch you play, man. It was, I used you in some examples of describing kind of like, options and ways to play. And once you have that idea and the mindset, I think that you taking notes, I think the fact that you snap shoot with your left leg down and not up, or your outside leg down.
Outside,
your outside down. You got your head on your shoulders, right?
Thank you. So that is the right way to snap. Is confirmed.
I'm confirming it. I feel like that's you doing that and playing as well as you do, and that's kind of like how I teach it. So I'd say you do it right.
Thank you.
Right on. Well, dude, thanks a lot for coming on. One actual recommendation for you, because again, we've got 6 weeks. So the movie The Substance.
The Substance.
Yeah, Demi Moore. I feel like that should. That's probably a good one if you don't really watch a lot of programs.
What's it on? Do you know?
What is?
The Substance. It's your show, The Substance.
The movie.
The movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. You'd have to Google it. I feel like you got time.
No, don't watch it. Just watch it.
Just watch
you don't need to watch
the
trailer.
Google, just Google where to watch it. So I think she got nominated for an Academy Award for that or something like that, or somebody did. It means it's a good movie. Anyway.
Mouse watched that movie with his mom.
With his mom, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't watch it with your mom. But yeah, anyway, do you have any other got anything else you wanna chat about or
for me?
Yeah.
You want to shout out some people?
Yeah, of course, dude. This is it.
Noodles for sure, right?
Yeah, Noodles is gonna shout out.
My brother Noodles, of course. Of course, yeah. He's back home. I want to give a big shout out. I mean, obviously all the sponsors, Dye, Protein A, Powerhouse, Defy, RLGNPB.com for all the Red Legion stuff.
Are you reading it off right now?
Yeah, I want to make sure I don't forget any. But I missed a couple on PTG, and I really want to make sure I don't miss them here. Thunder Valley Paintball has been great to us. There's always dudes at the field. We pull up on a Tuesday at 9 a.m., and there's some guy there to turn the air on for us, and they're happy to do it. Like, we'll text them, and they just come running over to turn the air. It's been great. So shout out to Thunder Valley Paintball, Tank the Angle, All Heart, and all the guys back home, Oklahoma Paintball Community, Kansas City Sports Complex, Paintball Community, and everybody who's reached out since the event and during the event. The support has been crazy. All the love coming in. So, and you guys for having me on the show. This is sick.
Awesome, dude.
Thanks for doing this.
Well, I hope we have you on the show again. Maybe a follow up or just kind of see how things are going as we get into the next event. Or we've got a whole season. We got a lot of seasons. We got a lifetime of seasons ahead of us. So I'll reach out to Kirill and let him know that your bonus should be an actual drone, a physical one for you to fly around, so you don't have to sit. So you can actually go outside and do something other than just paintball out there.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm gonna go.
Kirill owes me a favor anyway.
I'm gonna go to the beach and maybe fish this week.
There we go. Cool. All right, you got hobbies. You got other hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, man. Cool. Hopefully, I'm rooting for you also to be able to win a Jeep at the end of the year, so you can drive yourself to the beach. and fish.
Thank you for manifesting that for me.
You got it, dude. I'm on it, man. I'm with you, dude. So yeah, man. Thanks a lot for coming on. Congratulations. This was pretty cool. It was very impressive to watch you play the whole time, and you got a lot of good things going for you. I'm really glad. I'm very, very glad that your story didn't end with it didn't work out, right? Mm-hmm. I know that.
Yeah,
I know. Close. Yeah, I know it can be like just a dragger, right? It just drags you down a lot of times. And for those of you guys who are watching out there, opportunity doesn't always come knocking, but you got to keep your head up and just got to keep playing and just try to find fun in what you're doing. And for those of you guys who have teams, like, just keep it fun. Talk shit to each other a little bit.
Very nice.
Okay, all right, dude. Congrats. Talk to you soon.
Thank you so much for having me on, Kyle Ryan. Take it easy.
Hey, brother. Take care. Good work.
Thanks, everybody, for watching.
Make your bed. Get more pillows, too. You only have one pillow on that poor little thing.
There's no wrinkles. Oh, this isn't mine.
Okay. I was like, God, let's get this kid another pillow, too. All right. Take care.
Guys. Later, dude.
That was great. What a kid.
Yeah.
What a guy. Yeah, that was funny. It was like, I don't know. What am I gonna do? Well, I gotta start practicing already. The event's literally in 6 weeks. I'm crazy. I had to explain that to Camille. I was like, yeah. She's like, when is the next
6
event?
weeks.
Like, it's in 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also, I know a lot of people kind of mentioned Mikey Urena played like lights out. He was absolutely in prime peak performance.
Yeah, I was just looking at these stats.
It was like insane. I don't know.
He's pretty high up as far as like, because kind of it's like set by where the teams are.
Yeah, he's 7th and didn't even play in 3 of the matches.
This is an interesting one here.
Yeah, Hosky played really well. I want to say, just to kind of touch ahead of my notes about Aftershock, because we practiced them and I think they played the best out of all of the teams in practice.
Yeah.
So we practiced against
cool.
Tauntauns, Aftershock, Russians, and the Sea Dogs, and I feel like Aftershock played extremely well, and they just kind of like I saw Blackie played really well in the event, Hosky played really well in the event. The kid mooned somebody, he got suspended, so that was a bummer. They cut Trent after the first event.
Is that his real?
Yeah, Shahira.
Top 50.
Top 50. I don't know that. He probably paid somebody for that.
We might have to get him on the show.
And so anyway, like, they just kind of shit the bed also, but a bunch of close matches. But I feel like when you pointed out Hosky, I feel like, and I mentioned it in practice, like he was playing really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So notables, right? Notable players out there. Arturo played extremely well as well also. But yeah, Mikey was like, it was really fun to watch him. Like, he was bunkering people out of their snake like multiple times, crawling onto their side. Definitely showed a lot of from the last time he played with us, a lot of growth. And the reason I asked Hara there specifically, do you take notes, is because when Mikey came on the team 7 years ago, 5, 10, whatever, however long ago, when he first came on the team, he had a notepad, and he would literally take notes about the things that worked. When you said something, he would pull it out. I don't know how he even kept it dry in his pocket. And he'd pull it out, and he would kind of write down, like, okay, like, yeah, that's, and there, he was never a yeah but guy. It was always absorbing information, processing the information, and then coming out with a good solution or an answer. And really, like, a student of the game, similar to how, Hara is there. And I mean, I can't stress enough how important that is. And I kind of I don't joke about it, but I'm like, hey, we should start taking notes. I mention it to my Narcos guys all the time. Like, maybe we should take notes on this stuff. Because there is a reason, like, Kyle even asked me, why do I take notes? Like, this was a blank paper. But as he said stuff, you kind of like, oh, hey, I just don't want to forget. Because I'll just forget. But the reason you write stuff down in school is because when you're absorbing information in school, you take notes because you can't remember everything. All the nuances about getting to the snake, check off this spot, then that spot. Like, you're not above it. You can't be, right? At the pro level. And it shows for the people who actually excel and do well in what they do. And I truly believe that that's something that can really help everybody is take notes. So if you forgot to write that down, what I said was take notes to retain more information. So yeah. And yes, you're right. It's a redundancy, right? So Badger, you're mentioning that it helps you retain it longer, right? It's a redundancy. So I say something, I write it down. So if we were just doing our giveaways, and I'm like, all right, this is who won. AJ Lords won, Orlando won, Paintball for Life. Cool. We'll ship it out in like a couple days. And I'm like, Kyle, what the fuck did I say? And we have no idea. We wouldn't remember.
Yeah.
We'd have to go back and look. So that's why you take notes, right? So I've already got it right here. Giveaway. Top prize, bunker. For the Spick and Span bunker. Mm-hmm. We've got a bunch of other prizes. I've got bins filled up. I've also got a bunch of cool stuff that is coming in pretty soon that I'm going to be throwing into the giveaway pile as well. And as we are slowly still moving into the house, and I say that we because I've got all these bins that are still unpacked and undone, I'm unearthing some new good stuff. So, yeah, make sure you guys like, subscribe, join the channel. I'm not going to raffle the waffle. I'm not sure if you heard about the roof gig here that doubled in prices, but that waffle is being sold to the highest bidder, or just anybody who wants to buy it, really. And those proceeds are going to pay for the roof and my shoulder. I believe that spot insurance is supposed to cover a bunch of it, but I've been in like this limbo of claims because I've been in PT since March of last year until the end of November of last year. So, solid like 9 months of PT every single week. Still haven't been reimbursed for that. And then I have had 3 MRIs in the last year. Yeah, pretty fun. So, and then I had that thing in my. I remember I had the thing in my mouth.
Oh yeah,
God,
yeah.
That was brutal. That cost.
Someone was asking too. Yeah, I think Trent Nita was released from his team mid event when they lost
first
to
event.
Collision.
First event.
Match?
First match.
Yeah, to Collision.
Yeah.
Tom Guest suspended a couple matches, and obviously Jet from Aftershock.
Yeah.
I don't know what all.
Yeah, so look, I don't know how to say that we did, like, a lot of people peed, but a lot of people peed. He just got caught at the wrong time. Wrong place, wrong time. No one could see, but I think that it was like one of these precedents that needed to be set. So Tom was suspended. Didn't hurt them too much because they went 4-0 in the prelims. But mooning somebody, listen, there's something weird about when you put like the camera on people and you're in the stand. You're like, it's the mob mentality. You're like, I got to do something. What should I do? Should I wave or should I show my tits? It's like, obviously you go just do something vulgar. And there's just something about when the camera's on you and people see themselves on the screen. It's like, I got to do something. I got to hype the crowd up. This is my moment.
Yeah.
What should I do? I'm going to moon the camera.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's one of those things you don't think about. If you were in like an NFL stadium, you'd probably also get kicked out if you did that. But I don't know. But maybe we have to just kind of like remind everybody, hey, this is our moment, guys. Please don't do anything stupid. With that being said, I think we're going to have Tom Cole on the show next week, but I did hear that there is a possibility that a couple other stadiums owners said, how did that event go? And I believe the stadium might have said it actually went really well. Yeah. Very smoothly. Mm-hmm. So they also might have been like, hey, heard you got some suckers to pay a boatload of money for a Thursday afternoon. So I don't know exactly how the conversation went. Hopefully it was the first one rather than the latter. But overall, we were skeptical. I was skeptical. I was like, hey, look, I don't know if this is the best way to spend the money to grow the sport. But after seeing the finished product, also being a presenter there, we did the Hall of Icons there, which I hopefully somebody recorded, that it went really well. I think I talked to a couple people. I talked to Johnny Perchek specifically, and he was profanity-laden expletives about how excited he was and how cool it was. And he was like, this is how paintball should be every single time. It looked awesome. There were, I think at one point, I know they said that they sold or they gave away around 5,500 people had registered for tickets. But at one point in time, that the bleacher, the grandstand section that we had was about 3,500 people seats, or there was that many seats available, and it was pretty darn full. I think that there was pretty darn full. So hats off to the NXL and Tom and Camille and Kevin and everybody behind the scenes, and Bart especially, for taking the initiative, taking the plunge, and trusting in the idea that this is how it can happen. And hats off to everybody who was able to play under the lights. Still a little bummed that the Arsenal team somehow got to move up to 8th place. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me still, but congrats to everybody who was able to play in the stadium. I think it was pretty much as good as it could get. You got to play in there? Man,
yeah,
what's up, dude? Tell me about it while I get this wheel set up.
It was fun. I mean, I liked having the Jumbotron.
Yeah, I kept saying that to everybody. I was like, yeah.
Our long point against X Factor, I was like, it is the battle of who is going to win out the Jumbotron on the 3v3. But also it was cool. We didn't talk about the 5 pods, but AJ, we could probably get into it more next week. I don't think it really made that big of a difference.
No, not at all.
I think why it doesn't is because like everyone's around has the same amount of paint at the same time as everyone else. If you start to so the flow of the game didn't seem that much different, to be honest. AJ also, this is, I was gonna show this jersey sample.
Oh, that's it right there.
Done. It's not done. There's some edits, but yeah.
I feel like you need to make whatever the Lord's jersey was that you made. You need to make that as the main jersey
with the camo.
That thing was badass. That Lord's jersey. Did we get that Lord's jersey sent out to the winner? There was a winner who got the Lord's jersey.
I don't have it.
Jersey. AJ's got them all. All right, we got to send that. Yeah. We got to send that out to, or we got to send that information over to.
Yeah, it's gonna come out pretty sweet, and it feels good.
Yeah, this is a nice looking jersey.
Can wear this thing out to the.
You could wear that thing. Well, see, that's actually funny you say that, because that's like a goal, right? The goal is a goal, which would be creating a product, right, that has got a bunch of different multifaceted, right? You can wear it anywhere. That's like, we're talking about it. So this is a great example, right? It's these grind long sleeves, or those hoodies that we have that you're sitting on right there.
Yeah.
You could wear it in, out, anywhere, or on the field, because you got like a couple little extra. Ow! I can't do that. That hurt. No, that's a good looking jersey, dude. That is a good looking jersey. All right, I am now adding to the wheel here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So I am getting the wheel prepped here. We actually have the ability now to do 2 wheels simultaneously. Technology is pretty cool here. All right, so we are going to get this wheel set up here, and
I knew we beat them.
I know. It was a thing. I get it. Let me put up the wheel here. Let's give away a couple random prizes. I've got, I think I've got a headband. I've got some DV8 ears. I'm not going to give away this pro one, but I've got this blue DV8 goggle strap here. Thank you, courtesy of Jamin and the DV8 guys. Give one of these things away, and you're just getting a handful of prizes. And we're going to get caught up and make sure that you guys all get the prizes that you guys have won over the course of the show. So let's go ahead and bring up the wheel of names, everybody's wheel of names. Also, as wrong button. As I bring this up, I want everybody out there to remember that what's this? Look, I'm gonna do 2 at once.
Whoa
is right. Whoa.
Is that new?
Yeah, it's a beta testing. They're beta testing this.
The website says that?
Yeah, it does. It says beta. So one over here, the wheel on the right-hand side is the wheel for the mega support status and the boat squad members. So we're gonna give away some. That's like I put a little asterisk here. Those guys are getting the bigger prize, so we'll give like a HORMESIS headband away. On the other side, we'll give away, we've got some Gen X Global Pods here. We've actually got a bunch of stuff. If we don't have your address, guys, make sure we have your addresses. Otherwise, you might win something, and we might not be able to send it to you. So, anyway, Mega Support Status and Boat Squad members, you guys get high-ticket items. So Thomas E. is... gonna win something pretty big. Oh, and then Apex Paintball. He just joined up.
Nice.
So we've got a bunch of prizes to give away to everybody, and we spin a couple things, and then right after this, Boat Squad members, still time to upgrade your membership and support the best paintball show, actually the best live YouTube show on Tuesdays ever. Ryan Schless. Congrats. And then Mr. Kev, always winning. Mr. Kev 2.0. And then what we're going to do is, we're going to go away this bunker. So somebody is going to wake up with a bunker at their door. So let me get that set up right now.
And then... I don't know if we want to do it this week, or I can do maybe Tuggerware headband for boat squad members.
Yeah, we can rip that one.
Mega support status member next week.
There we go. All right, boat squad members. Look at this. James Hall sent it. Oh yeah, actually, shout out to James Hall. I didn't have to hide the whiskey in the back of my car because I've been gone for 10 days. So big thank you to James Hall from Island Designs. Printed out, if any of you guys in Tampa noticed the life-size roll-up banners of Arturo and Evan Middleton at the JT booth. Pretty cool. James Hall whipped those up for me. So big thank you to James from Island Designs. Also, did you feel the posters? Did you notice like how those the
yeah, you know, I almost meant because I brought some home to ship out to family. But
did you feel like it felt like it's like a different material? It was like a vinyl, like it was a waterproof poster.
Yeah,
that was like an insanely nice high end poster. And yes, No Hope Photos. Bunkers do make a fine living room decor. Again, I washed it yesterday and it kind of fell over, so it was all wet and kind of had like obviously if it's wet, it just picks up all the dirt. So I couldn't imagine myself bringing it up here with Camille still in the house and then setting it up back here. But it would have been perfect if I put it back here.
Oh yeah,
it was just pretty dirty still. Like I was scrubbing it and spraying it, and the kids were out there. They were running into it with the little carts. It didn't just make. I wanted it to be right here, and I just couldn't do it. Just didn't. It didn't because like once you inflate it, you got deflated. There just wasn't a lot of time. Anyway, clear flex in the background on the right.
Is it that
up there?
Or is it at the top?
I don't know what right we're looking at. I've got this one.
I think it's just a...
This is actually just a... This is a V-Force.
Profiler.
This is a profiler. I don't know what month this is. This one might not be released yet. I'm not sure. And then we got this clear flex. And James Hall, we do need a backdrop. We actually need a curtain of some sort that we can hook up here and bring it across. We need a lot of things. Work in progress. Still need to install the floor if we got a flooring guy.
Need a roof.
We need a roof. There's literally no roof on my house. The amount of termites that were in there is absolutely unbelievable. So anyway, if you guys are looking to, buy any of this stuff here, I got jerseys for sale. These Play Paintball Stay Happy shirts are now available at jtpaintball.com. It's got a nice little message on the inside. Don't forget to smile. Intention. It should say remember to smile. We want to have positive affirmations, not negative affirmations, but we're working on this stuff. Just like a nice little thing. Profiler is Colt. Shout out to Colt.
What up, Colt?
Dude, Colt, we can do a deal if you want to wear the profilers at the next event. We got you. But yes, it is actually. These things do look pretty tight. I think this is one of the fighter series profilers. Pretty tight. They've got like the Maverick. They've got like Goose Maverick. Oh. Yeah. There's a box of them. We gotta figure out. But anyway, big thank you everybody again for tuning in. Let's give away a Spick and Span Show bunker.
It's a pretty sweet gift.
We're giving this away right here. Obviously, I washed it. It's relatively clean, and hopefully it gets to you guys in time for next week's show, and you can take a picture and send it to us. So here we go.
We're wrapping up here.
Here we go. We're about to give away the bunker. Can you go grab that bunker and bring it up here?
No, you gotta fill it up with air first.
No, you gotta deflate it
and give her that cap too.
Yeah, no, the cap's.
Oh yeah.
Can you go get that and bring it up here so we can show everybody what it looks like? Actually, how about this? Can you just go down there and just like wiggle, like pretend to bring it down here, and we'll put the camera through the window. All right, here it is, everybody, for the Spick and Span Show bunker. I almost had Camille bring it up here. We got 7 boats. And the winner is AJ Lars!
Whoa!
Oh, look at that, dude.
You know, too, that's... What are the odds?
Mr. Kev, so close.
AJ, too, was like, man, I really want that bunker. I'm like, we'll see.
Dude.
So that's fate.
Look at that.
Put it out there in the ether.
Damn, Mr. Kev. Let's go.
We don't even have to ship it.
There we go.
Think about that. Yeah. So it's a meetup. Ryan just has to drive up to Combat Paintball.
Damn, Mr. Kev, you almost... I just had to drive... You're going to go up to Combat before me.
No.
Mr. Kev
I think you
almost
should drive up there and then come back.
We almost shipped that thing to Norway with the whole squad. Hey, congratulations to AJ.
Shipping.
What, can you take that out of your mouth before you talk? You want to come over here?
Where is shipping?
We're going to ship that big bunker out of the back.
It's actually a really neat bunker.
Yeah, it's neat.
Don't worry, we get a bunch all year.
What are you eating? Is it a piece of plastic? Is that candy? What is that? All right, everybody. Hey, thank you all a ton for the support. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, so donating it to a local field. That is awesome. So there's one at Kyle Berry, his house. There's going to be one at the local field, so it's up every single week. And we also, 2 of them went to another field in Alabama, I believe. Yeah. So Spick and Span Show has taken over. We're really going to come for that Summit Award. I know that Doc was a little bummed that we didn't win it this year, but Doc, we got him right where we want him. We got the whole world right where we want him.
Yeah. Next week, too, I'd put a big Tigerware package together, too, for boat squad members since we're starting to...
Let's go. Yeah, we gotta hook everybody up. See you guys next week. Right now, ready?
Spick and Span Show!
There you go. Thought you were getting a little rusty.
Good work.
Yeah.